Let me speak into the spirit of someone today who feels like they're running out of time. You've been watching the clock, measuring your progress by someone else's timeline, comparing your story to somebody else's chapter. But I came to remind you that success has no age. Destiny is not defined by your date of birth, but by your decision to rise. Too often we get caught up in the numbers, how old we are, how much time has passed, how many opportunities have already come and gone. The world has a way of defining success by age, as if youth is the only time to chase your dreams. But I want to speak directly to anyone who has ever looked at the calendar and felt like their time had passed. I want to challenge that mindset, to shatter that false belief, and to remind you that your destiny is not confined to the years on your birth certificate. You see, age is just a number. It's not the measure of your potential or the limit of your possibility. What truly defines your destiny is not the year you were born, but your decision to rise. Your ability to decide that no matter how many seasons you've already seen, there are still seasons to come, and they can still be filled with breakthrough. There is no expiration date on purpose. There is no time stamp on greatness. Think about it. The world often tells us that success is reserved for the young, that if you're not doing something by the time you reach a certain age, it's too late. But I'm here to tell you, success doesn't care about your age, it cares about your commitment. The people who make a real impact, the ones whose legacies outlive them, are the ones who choose to rise, regardless of when life tries to tell them that the best days are behind them. Consider the story of Colonel Harlan Sanders. He was 65 years old when he began franchising his now world-famous Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. Imagine that. At 65, most people are thinking about retirement, winding down and slowing their pace. But Sanders chose to rise. He didn't let age or the traditional timeline of success dictate what was possible for him. And look what happened. Today, Kentucky Fried Chicken is one of the largest and most recognizable fast food chains on the planet. Then there's the story of Laura Ingalls Wilder, the beloved author of the A Little House on the Prairie books. She was in her 60s when her first book was published. Think about the years she spent living, observing, and gathering experiences, all of which culminated in a timeless legacy that millions of people around the world still cherish today. Her success wasn't bound by her age. It was defined by her decision to write, to share her story, and to make her mark on history, no matter when the moment arrived. The truth is, there are countless examples of individuals who achieved greatness later in life, simply because they chose to rise when others may have counted them out. Success is about resilience, determination, and the courage to take the next step, even when the world tries to tell you it's too late. I want to tell you this, there is still a lot of time left. No matter what age you are, no matter how many years you feel like you've wasted or missed, there's still time to rise. Your dreams aren't buried in the past. The time to pursue them is now. You may feel like you're too old to start a new business, go back to school, write a book, or chase a long-forgotten passion. But let me remind you, you're never too old to begin. If your heart is still beating and your mind is still working, then your purpose has not yet been fully realized. There's still something for you to do that only you can do. No matter how many years you've been on this earth, you have experienced wisdom and insight that now the hindrance, you're to the hindrance. The world needs your perspective, your voice, your wisdom, and your creativity, no matter how many years you've lived. But here's the key. You have to make the decision to rise. No, you trust the process, knowing that in time, that small seed will take root and begin to grow. It's the same with success. You may not see immediate results, but that doesn't mean that something isn't happening beneath the surface. That's how faith works. Believing in what you cannot yet see. Trusting that growth is happening even when there's no visible evidence. Let's take the example of a farmer. A farmer doesn't plant a seed and then sit back expecting the harvest to come without effort. The farmer prepares the soil, waters the seed, and cares for it, trusting that in time, the harvest will come. The same principle applies to your life. You may plant a seed today by taking a small step, making a decision, or putting in effort, but you must trust that the harvest will come in its own time. And here's the truth. Not every seed will grow immediately, and not every seed will grow in the way you expect it to. Sometimes you'll plant something and it'll take longer than you thought to see results. Other times, a seed you planted will grow in ways you never imagined. But it's all part of the process. You see, success isn't just about what you can see. It's about what you can't see. The work being done beneath the surface, the roots being established, the foundation being laid. In every season, whether it's a season of challenge or a season of peace, there is a seed of success within you. You might be in a season of struggle, feeling like you're being tested and stretched. But even in that season, there is a seed of perseverance, of strength, of character that is being developed. It's in those difficult moments that you learn to trust in the process, to rely on your faith, and to keep pushing forward. What may seem like a setback is often the very thing that positions you for success in the future. It's the training ground for what's to come. On the other hand, you might be in a season of growth right now, seeing your hard work paying off and making progress toward your goals. And while this season feels encouraging, it's important to remember that this too is just a stepping stone. No season lasts forever, but the seeds you plant in each season will carry you forward into the next one. Even when you're in a time of success, you must continue to plant, to grow, and to prepare for the future. Because every season of life has something valuable to offer if you're willing to embrace it. In the same way that a tree takes time to grow from a tiny seed into a towering oak, your success will require time and nurturing. There's no shortcut. You must be patient with the process. You must keep planting seeds in every season, knowing that eventually they will grow into something greater than you can see right now. Here's another powerful truth. You can't plant seeds in the wrong soil and expect to reap a harvest. If you plant your seeds in negative environments or surround yourself with people who don't believe in you or your dreams, you're going to struggle to see growth. The soil of your mind, your heart, and your relationships must be fertile ground. You need to plant your seeds in places that encourage growth, in environments that are conducive to the fulfillment of your purpose. That means surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, environments that challenge you to grow, and attitudes that believe in the possibility of success. But no matter where you are or what season you're in, the key is to start planting the seeds today. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the ideal conditions. The perfect time is always right now. Start small. Start with what you have, but start. Don't wait for the conditions to be just right before you act. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a seed planted. Every decision you make today is setting the stage for the success that's coming tomorrow. So no matter what season you're in, remember this, the seeds of success are already within you. It's time to plant them, to water them, and to trust that in time the harvest will come. Your success is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice, effort, and trust in the process. Keep planting, keep growing. And when the harvest comes, it will be more than you could have ever dreamed. Purpose is ageless, and passion has no expiration date. In this world, we often hear that youth is the prime time for chasing dreams, for launching careers, or for starting something new. Society has ingrained this idea that if you haven't achieved something significant by a certain age, you're running out of time. But I'm here to tell you today that purpose doesn't have an age limit. Passion doesn't expire just because the years are adding up. Purpose is ageless, and passion is timeless. I want to speak directly to those of you who feel like you missed the boat, who bought into the lie that if you haven't succeeded by a certain age, it's too late to make an impact. Some of you may have been told you're too old to start a business, or it's too late for you to change careers. But hear me when I say, as long as you have breath in your lungs, you have purpose in your life. Your journey is not bound by age. It's bound by your willingness to take the next step. Think about people who have made incredible contributions at stages in their life that society would deem late. Take Grandma Moses, for instance. She didn't start painting until she was in her 70s. 70! And yet, her work went on to be celebrated by art collectors around the world. What might have been seen as a time to slow down and retire was in fact a time to begin a new chapter. She found her passion, and she pursued it without hesitation. That's the power of purpose. It doesn't retire, it reinvents itself. Or let's talk about Ray Kroc, who took McDonald's from a small restaurant into a global empire. Kroc was 52 years old when he saw the potential in McDonald's and decided to take action. At 52, many people are thinking about slowing down, yet Kroc was just beginning to change the world. Purpose doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It works in partnership with those who decide to act on it, no matter when it's recognized. The world often tries to impose artificial timelines on us when we should marry, when we should have kids, when we should retire, and when we should achieve success. But God's plan for your life is not governed by these human timelines. There's no expiration date on your purpose. Just because your dreams haven't manifested yet doesn't mean you're not in the right season. It just means that God is doing something behind the scenes to set you up for something greater than you ever imagined. Look at the example of T.D. Jakes himself. He started preaching at a young age, but it wasn't until he was in his 40s that he really began to break through on a larger scale. At that time, his church, the Potter's House, grew exponentially, and he went on to become a globally recognized figure in both the church world and beyond. His purpose didn't unfold in his 20s, but that didn't mean it wasn't always there. His passion for ministry and teaching was always inside him, and when the time was right, he stepped into it fully and became a voice for millions. Purpose is often revealed when we're ready, not when we think we should be. It's easy to look at people who are successful at a young age and think, I missed my chance, or I should have done more earlier in life. But let me tell you this, you are never too old to start. Your passion is still alive. Your purpose is still waiting to be fulfilled, and your impact can still change lives. If you've been dormant, if you've been waiting for the right time, I'm here to tell you that the right time is now. When you begin to live in alignment with your true purpose, you stop worrying about age because purpose transcends time. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 50s, or beyond, you have something unique to offer. The world needs your experiences, your wisdom, and your energy, no matter where you are in life. The passion that burns inside you doesn't diminish with time. It deepens, it matures, and it grows stronger. We often think of passion as something that is only for the young, for the bold, for the adventurous. But passion is something that can continue to burn even in the quietest seasons of life. Passion isn't defined by how fast you run. It's defined by how long you're willing to run the race. Some people start fast, but they burn out quickly. Others take their time, and as the years pass, they grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The passion that grows over time is often the most powerful kind because it is rooted in experience, wisdom, and understanding. You see, your age does not disqualify you from greatness. It qualifies you for it. The experiences you've lived, the lessons you've learned, and the battles you fought are not roadblocks to your future success. They are the foundation of it. Your story is not over yet. In fact, some of the best chapters are to be written. Whether you're 25 or 65, your purpose is still in motion. The fire inside you is not going out. Every moment you've lived, every challenge you face, and every dream you've had is a part of God's plan for your life. And as long as you're willing to keep pursuing that purpose, keep feeding that passion, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So don't let anyone, including yourself, tell you that your time is past. Purpose doesn't retire. It only gets stronger with age. Keep going, keep pursuing, because there is still time for you to make the impact you were born to make. And the world needs your unique gift now more than ever. Your purpose is ageless, and your passion will carry you further than you ever thought possible. Don't give up. Don't let time determine your value. Keep pressing forward, because your best days are still ahead. Success is not a destination. It's a journey of persistence and learning. We live in a society that often glorifies the end result, the finished product, and the moment of achievement. Success is celebrated in its most visible, final form, whether it's winning an award, hitting a financial milestone, or achieving a long-held dream. But too often we overlook one of the most important truths about success. Success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about the journey you take to get there. It's about the steps you take, the lessons you learn along the way, and the persistence you display when things get tough. Many people get caught up in the idea that success is something you arrive at, something that happens all at once. But in reality, success is a process. And the true value of success lies not in the achievement itself, but in the growth that occurs throughout the journey. The steps you take, The setbacks you face, the challenges you overcome, these are the things that shape you and prepare you for the success you ultimately desire. Take a moment to think about any successful person you admire. Whether they're an entrepreneur, an artist, or a spiritual leader, they didn't get to where they are by simply wishing for it or waiting for the right circumstances to fall into place. They got there by persisting through difficulties, by learning from their failures, and by staying committed to their vision, no matter how long it took. They understood that success is a journey, an ongoing process of growth and evolution. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history. Edison is often remembered for his invention of the light bulb, but what is often overlooked is the incredible persistence and failure that led to that moment of success. Edison didn't invent the light bulb on his first try, or his second, or his 100th. In fact, he failed thousands of times before finally getting it right. But Edison didn't see those failures as setbacks. He saw them as lessons, as steps along the way to success. His famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," speaks to the heart of success. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it and continuing to move forward. Edison's story is a powerful reminder success is a journey of persistence and learning. It's about taking one step after another, even when the road is difficult and the destination seems distant. It's about the daily commitment to keep going, to keep learning, and to keep improving. Success is rarely instant. It's built over time, through small actions, and through the willingness to keep trying, even when it seems like progress is slow. In the same vein, the journey to success is also about adaptability. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and things don't always unfold the way we envision them. But success is often found in the ability to adapt, to adjust your approach, and to keep moving forward with an open mind. Sometimes the path to success is winding, filled with unexpected detours and obstacles, but each of those moments provides an opportunity for growth. The journey itself shapes your character, builds resilience, and strengthens your resolve. Think about JKK. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, her story is one of incredible perseverance and persistence. Before her books became a global phenomenon, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. She was a single mother living in poverty and struggling to make ends meet. But instead of giving up, she continued to write, continued to pursue her passion for storytelling, and continued to believe in her dream, despite the setbacks. When Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was finally published, it became an international success, changing her life forever. But the true story of success wasn't just in the final book deal. It was in the countless hours of writing, the years of rejection, and the determination to never give up on her vision. What we often fail to realize is that success is not just about reaching the finish line. It's about embracing the journey, the struggle, and the lessons learned along the way. In fact, the journey is where the real transformation happens. It's where you develop the character, the strength, and the wisdom that will help you sustain your success once you achieve it. Without the journey, success would simply be a destination, and destinations are often fleeting. Along this journey, there will be moments when you feel like giving up, when you question whether it's worth continuing. But let me encourage you, the breakthrough comes just when you're about to give up. Success isn't about the times when everything is going smoothly. It's about how you handle the difficult times, the times when you face failure, frustration, and fear. It's in those moments that you prove to yourself what you're made of, that you learn the lessons that will carry you to the next stage of your journey. And when success does finally come, and it will, you'll realize that the achievement itself is only part of the story. The true success lies in who you become throughout the process. The perseverance, the learning, the growth, all of these elements are what truly defines success. And when you look back on your journey, you'll see that the value of your success is not just in the end result, but in every step you took to get there. So don't be discouraged by the delays, the failures, or the obstacles that come your way. Each challenge is a stepping stone, a lesson that moves you closer to your ultimate goal. Embrace the journey, stay persistent, keep learning, and know that success is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process of growth and evolution. Keep pressing forward, because success is not just a destination. It's the beautiful, transformative journey of persistence and learning. And it's a journey that you are capable of walking with strength and purpose. As we reflect on the journey to success, I want you to remember that success has no age. And it doesn't depend on when you start, but on your willingness to keep going. Your purpose is timeless, and the fire of passion inside you can burn brightly at each stage of life. There's no expiration date on your dreams, and every season offers an opportunity to plant seeds for your future success. Success isn't just about the destination, the accolades, or the finish line. It's about the journey. It's about how you choose to rise after every fall, how you learn from every failure, and how you stay committed to your vision. No matter the obstacles, it's about persistence. It's about learning. It's about evolving. Success is a process, and every step you take along the way is part of the foundation that builds your future. So as you walk your path, don't be discouraged by the challenges or the timeline you think you should follow. Remember that you are never too old to start, and you're never too late to succeed. The key is persistence, faith, and the courage to keep learning and growing. No matter where you are, journey, your success story is still unfolding. Keep planting the seeds of purpose and passion in every season. Nurture them with patience and trust the process. Your breakthrough is coming. It will be greater than you can imagine. So rise up today. Step into your purpose with confidence. Because success has no age and the best is still ahead of you. Keep going, keep believing. Your journey is just beginning.